Pêl-drod byw nawr ar S4C gyda golygfeydd sy'n fflachio a sylwybeth Saesneg ar gael ar y botwm coch. English language commentary is available now for this Welsh Cup semi-final between Wrexham and Cardiff. Sky Plus, free view or Virgin Media viewers, please press the red button. If you have a TiVo box or Sky Q box, please access settings and use the audio selection option. Any problems, please contact our viewers hotline. With flashing images now, draw ni felly, yn fyw at griw sgorio.
Derfynol rhwng dau dîm gorau Cymru. Kick gornel gynta'r gêm am ergyd i Wrexham, am gychwyn i Gaerdydd. A mae'r bêl gan Smith. Syniad da! O, bobl bach! Mackenzie Olden sy'n cael cymryd y gic. O, mae dod oddi ar y bar, a mae'r hyd at copa mewn gymaint o le! Cyclin troi. Ar ergyd y diwedd i gor hoed a Francis Jones yn dod â nhw'n gyfartal. A mae'n mynd yn fwy dramatig beth. Knox, dyma'i chyfle hi. Mae Wrexham wedi ennill y tlws yn ei rownd derfynol gynta erioed. Merched Wrexham ydy enillwyr tlws yr adran.
Mae Wrexham wedi codi un tlws yn barod a nawr mae'r dreigiau'n llygadu'r ail. Mae'n benwythnos rownd gynderfynol Cwpan Cymru Bute Energy ac unwaith eto mae'r ddau dîm gorau yng Nghymru yn cwrdd â'i gilydd. Wrexham yn erbyn Caerdydd yn fyw yma ar S4C. Mae fe'n braf iawn cael eich cwmni chi ac mae fe'n braf iawn cael cwmni Gwenan Harris. A Gwenan, ni wedi cael penwythnos yn y gorllewin. O'n i yn Llanelli yn gwylio Menywod Cymru yn erbyn Montenegro nithwr Aberystwyth heddi, a mae hon yn gaddo i fod yn dipyn o ornest. Yw Wrexham yn mynd i barhau i sbwylio parti Caerdydd?
Ie, fi'n cyffroes am hwn. Fi'n credu fydd e'n bach fwy cystadleuol na neithiwr gyda Gêm Cymru. Mae'n hyfryd i gweld y gelyniaeth yma nawr sydd wedi datblygu rhwng y ddau tîm. Mae pob gêm wastad yn un really agos, ond mae Wrexham ar hyn o bryd fi'n credu dros y pythefnos diwetha wedi ennill y momentum yna bach nôl, ond ti byth yn gwybod mewn gêm cwpan, so fi'n disgwyl gêm cystadleuol eto.
Ie, wel, newn ni drafod y gêm yma mewn mwy o fanylder yn y man, ond mi oedd yna un gêm fach arall, un rownd gynderfynol arall yn gynharach heddi. Abertawe yn herio Cwm Bran Celtaidd. Abertawe yn ennill o 6 gôl i ddim yn y diwedd. 2 gôl i Stacey John ac Amy Deacon yn y gêm yna. A Gwenan, Abertawe yn cyrraedd rownd derfynol Cwpan Cymru. Mae tro cyntaf ers 2018, tipyn o brynhawn iddyn nhw.
Ie, teimlo bach yn ryfedd pan ti'n clywed hwnna, gan ystyried pa mor gryf maen nhw wedi bod dros y 10, falle 15 mlynedd diwetha, ond mae pawb yn gwybod pa mor awyddus maen nhw i fowtio nôl ac i camu'r rig eto. Maen nhw'n cystadleuol iawn o fewn y gyngrair eisydd yn trydydd ar hyn o bryd. A fydden nhw'n hapus iawn bod nhw wedi cael fan'na mewn gêm weddol cyfforddus iddyn nhw. A fi'n siŵr fydden nhw'n gwylio'r gêm yma yn awyddus iawn i weld pwy sydd gyda nhw yn y rownd derfynol.
Ie, felly pwy fydd yn wynebu Abertawe? Wrexham neu Caerdydd? Wel, beth am i ni glywed gan y ddau rheolwr? Maen nhw wedi bod yn siarad gyda Nicky John.
Yeah, I think we've learned a lot about each other over the last couple of weeks, and it's been a challenge for both teams. We've had some really competitive games. I think we know we didn't perform to our best last week, and we know that would have given Wrexham some confidence, but I think it's enabled us to reflect and think about our approach and for the players to regroup and really focus on today, and we're looking forward to it.
Results don't have any impact on today, but obviously the process and the performance that went into those, we hope we can replicate some really key parts of those that we've reviewed and we felt were super effective for us both in and out of possession. So yeah, result no reflection on today, but performances definitely.
I think we came short last week. The desire kind of came out of our performance second half, and you could see that Wrexham wanted the 3 points more. Which isn't like us really, which is our opportunity this week to reset and to really, have some good conversations about who we want to be.
Well, we've certainly had plenty of time spent reviewing, reflecting and practising around set plays, because obviously of the 6 goals that we've conceded against Cardiff this year, 4 of them have come from set plays. So that's certainly been an area for us that we know that they're strong in, and we've been strong in at different parts of the season as well. So we certainly think that'll be an important part today. But again, particularly from last week's second half performance, the chance creation that we made was fantastic. So if we can replicate some of that, we know that we've got amazing firepower in our squad and the ability to create different types of chances in the game. So that's going to be massive for us.
I think for us, it's all about taking it game by game, and we know obviously a semi-final against Wrexham, we got a massive opportunity to play either Cymbraen or Swansea in the final, and we want to be a part of that piece. It's the major piece of the FAW year, and it's a great occasion being at Rodney Parade, and we've been fortunate enough to be there a few times recently, and hopefully we can do it again.
The position that we're in and the ability to compete for everything is something that we are very proud of, because we didn't necessarily expect to be this competitive, but we do. Doesn't mean that we don't believe in the work that we're doing. So I think it's a testament to the support and the backing from the club, from the supporters, and from the belief that everybody who's involved in this team that we can go out and deliver.
Jenny, diolch yn fawr iawn, pob lwc.
Diolch.
Ie, sylwadau diddorol fyna gan Jenny Sugarman Gwennan yn gweud falle oedd hi ddim cweit yn disgwyl i Wrexham fod mor gystadleuol eleni. A pan ni'n edrych ar y canlyniadau rhwng nhw a Caerdydd y tymor hwn, maen nhw wedi bod yn gemau tin iawn, Gwennan.
Fi'n sôn mewn un ffordd mae'n gweud yna, achos y safon o chwaraewyr maen nhw wedi prynu mewn blwyddyn yma, rhaid i camu o cyngreiriau uchel iawn. Ond wedyn mae'n gweud yna oherwydd mae'n cymryd bach o amser iddi hi i setlo cael syniadau hi ar draws. Ni'n gallu gweld o'r gemau mae pob un wastad yn dyn, yn amlwg Caerdydd yn cael y mantais ar dechrau tymor, ond falle nawr maen nhw wedi dod i arfer gyda'r ffordd mae hi moyn chwarae, a dyna pam maen nhw'n gweld bach o'r buddiannau o hynna yn y canlyniad diwethaf.
Ac ni'n gweld fan hyn goliau'r gêm diwetha. Wrexham yn ennill hon o 2 gol i 1. O'r Gwennan maen nhw wedi chwarae i gilydd yn y 2 wythnos diwethaf yn olynol. Mae fe'n deg i ddweud Wrexham sydd yn bendant gyda'r momentum, ond ti'n credu bod hwnna'n mynd i fod ar feddyliau Caerdydd? Mae pwynt gyda nhw i brofi heddi, nag oes e?
Fydd e'n tanio Caerdydd fi'n credu o ran mae angen nhw ymateb, achos maen nhw byth i bod yn y sefyllfa mor blaen, sy'n credu o fewn y gylyniaeth bach yma, maen nhw wastad i bod ar y frig. Fi byth i chwarae tîm 3 gwaith yn olynol, fi wedi chwarae tîm 2 gwaith yn olynol, a mae ennill yr un gyntaf yn rhoi just bach o hwb. Mae'n unrhyw beth, y momentum yna yn gwybod, ac i rein fi'n credu, achos maen nhw wedi cael dros y llinell yna nawr, gwybod maen nhw'n gallu curo Caerdydd a curo nhw nawr yn reolaeth, fi'n credu mae'r momentum gyda Wrexham.
Ie, mae'n mynd i fod mor ddiddorol i weld beth sy'n digwydd ar y ca yma, prynhawn yma. Wel, sdim sbel i fynd tan y gic gyntaf a mae'n olygfa cyfarwydd. Caerdydd sydd wedi codi tlws Cwpan Cymru ym mhob un o'r 4 tymor diwethaf, a bydd hi'n 5 tymor yn olynol i'r adar gleision eleni. Y gic gyntaf i ddod wedi'r egwyl. Croeso nôl ato ni, ac roedd hi'n dipyn o gêm I ddynion Wrexham yn erbyn gleision Chelsea neithiwr yng nghwpan yr FA, a heddiw mae'r menywod yn gobeithio cyrraedd rownd derfynol Cwpan Cymru am y drydedd tymor yn olynol. Adar gleision Cardiff yw ei gwrthwynebwyr nhw yn y rownd gyn derfynol, ac I ni bron yn barod I fynd fan hyn. English language commentary is available with Nick Parry, who's alongside former Welsh international Katie Sherwood, ac yn y Gymraeg mae Gwennan Harris wedi mynd lan i'r pwynt sylwebu I ymuno a Iona Williams a Mike Davis.
Thank you, Sioned. Welcome, everybody. It's grey. It's gloomy. We need a bit of sparkle. And we're probably in the presence of the two teams that can give us just that for this Bute Energy Welsh Cup semi-final. Swansea await the winners, having beaten Cumbran Celtic by 6 goals to 0 earlier today. But this is the latest chapter in what's developing into a special season between these two sides, and slowly but surely Wrexham have gained the upper hand. There's a lot at stake in this semi-final. Both sides make changes. Wrexham only the one, with Mariam Mahmood coming in for Ava Suckley, who drops to the bench. And in the Cardiff side, Madison Perrott and Seren Thomas come in, and Laura Kernock is the third change. A strong bench for Cardiff City, but the omens indicate a close encounter, as they have been.
Yeah, there's so much to like about this Wrexham team. They set up in their familiar 3-4-3. They look to really make sure they're compact in defence, but they really like to utilise that wide play. That's where they thrive, getting balls into the box early with a dangerous front three. Cardiff, they've slightly changed formation. This afternoon, they're matching Cardiff up. Experience at the back with Hannah Power, captain, falling back into that centre-back position, but a very versatile front three. Key player to watch for Wrexham, Maria Francis-Jones. What an impact she's already had on this team. New signing in February from TNS. Scored an absolute worldie in the Adran Trophy final. But she is key to how they progress up the field. A very technical player. And for Cardiff City, key player for them, Michaela Cook. Already scored 10 goals this season, 6 assists. And she is key to how Cardiff attack. She, got lots of pace, very direct. And those stats just show how important she is in that direct goal contribution for the team.
Our referee today is Connor Charlton-Fleming, who teaches in the same school where he used to be a pupil, Ysgol Glan-Clwyd School in St Asaph. And what a first season for Jenny Sugarman. And what's going to be a final season for Ian Derbyshire. And we'll discuss, no doubt, the fact that the Cardiff City manager has indicated early in the season that he's on his way abroad to coach next season. With me, you've already heard from Katie Sherwood, ex-Cardiff City player, 50 caps for Wales. And we can look forward to this one, Katie.
Yeah, third time now these teams have come up against each other. There's few surprises now between the two. Mentally, that's quite tough. The psychological effect that has playing a team 3 times on the bounce. But another exciting game, a final awaits for one of these teams. I'm really looking forward to see how this unfolds.
Walklett is the 10. And a chance to give Liz Craven an early touch. She saved 2 penalties in the trophy final only a couple of weeks ago. And again, Walklett was busy. And you can expect to see Wrexham doing what they're doing now, pushing up, trying to put Cardiff under immediate pressure whenever that ball goes back, and that ball goes straight to Francis Jones, who had such an impact in the cup final game 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, what we will see from that front three from Wrexham is aggression. They press really hard as well, and they'll look to put Cardiff City under pressure with that press.
Cook looks to put Wrexham under pressure, looks for Kernock, one of the 3 changes in the side today. Kernock takes her time. Billingham is closed down well, And this gives a chance for Jodie Bartle, the Wrexham captain, to clear, but only as far as Bowen. And Cardiff starting on the front foot, but Wrexham have already indicated that when the chance comes, they'll turn defence into attack, and that has to be cleared by Niamh Jenkins.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to see today. Lots of transitions. You've got two teams who have real direct players and pace up front. Rosie Hughes being one of them, a constant threat. It's great to see her back in the team. She missed the Adram final. But yeah, that's what we're going to see. Two teams really going for it, head-to-head, toe-to-toe, an exciting game.
So an early chance for Maria Francis-Jones, who can't throw long. Opts for the short one. And Megan Bowen, just a simple, safe header. But Rosie Hughes, yes, she missed that final because she was sent off in the semi-final. But such an important player. 19 goals in all this season.
I think it also just goes to show then Wrexham's depth that they have. That's something they've added this season, those new signings. So even though she was a huge loss for them, they now have that quality on the bench as well, which is proven to be, successful for them this season.
And they've continued to draft new players in. 5 over the summer, another influx in January and February. And it may be that that's what's swung the pendulum Wrexham's way. And one of those incoming players from the New Saints, Francis-Jones, ball with Billingham. Toss backwards. Jenkins hits the direct ball, it's cleared. And Rex again, now then. Katie Barker was offering herself. That's a little bit overhit, and it should be comfortable for Kerrin Chamberlain.
Yeah, but that's something we will see throughout this game. Katie Barker, top goal scorer in the league. She scored against every team in the league so far this season. Signed from Newcastle in the summer, but she is a constant threat for Wrexham. She'll play on the centre-back shoulder, and with that pace, she's constantly trying to cause problems and cause chaos.
Craven. Wild Goose. One or two stray passes. That's indicative of the tension, no doubt, that comes with a semi-final and the Welsh Cup final as the award. Smith. Cook back to Chamberlain. Power. Jenkins. And Cardiff having a spell of possession, settling down, but again, just look how Wrexham are pressing. That was Mahmood who was closing down. Wild Goose watches this one. She's pursued by Kernock, and Kernock's done enough so the ball breaks to Barry, and Barry, who made a big impact when she came on as a substitute in the trophy final. And Wrexham are struggling a little bit to clear it, but they'll get the throw.
Yeah, Fiona Barry, she's been such a key player for Cardiff City all season. She likes to play in those wide positions, but what she does really well, she cuts inside and she asks questions of the defenders whether to come with her or allow the midfield to pick her up.
Important touch there from Bowen because Barker was on her way. Rosie Hughes again puts Bowen under pressure, and Bowen clears again. And this time Sarah and Thomas Condon, and a foul given for that impeding with Mahmood.
Yeah, she's one of the changes for Cardiff City this afternoon, a youngster who's come up through the under-19. She was on loan at Pontypridd as well. What confidence does that give you as a young player, of a manager, to start you in such a big game? So I'm interested to see what she can bring to this Cardiff team.
Knox takes a quick free kick. Out again by Bowen. Picked up by Kernock. Kernock looks for Barry. It's intercepted by Knox. Chamberlain. Nice touch by Francis-Jones. That's not quite going to reach Billingham, Bowen again clears. Now then, there's a run downside by Michaela Cook, and she's well found inside her is Billingham. Cook may go all the way herself. She fires straight into the body of the Wrexham captain, and Jodie Bartle clears. Billingham again, always a threat. Both sides having their moments in these early minutes.
Yeah, and
that's a poor ball. Billingham lays it off. Wrexham needs to be very careful here. Kerner couldn't take advantage. And in the end, it's cleared by Bartle. But that's a lesson for Wrexham. Yep, and one or two of the Wrexham players are urging the defenders to concentrate, not to give the ball away cheaply.
Yeah, the opening 10 minutes of any game are really important, but especially in a semi-final, you want to start strong, make sure you possess the ball properly, and especially don't give the ball away in those dangerous areas that Wrexham just did.
They've lost the ball in midfield again, and Billingham is coming more and more into the game, and if Wrexham do lose possession in midfield, she's the kind who'll take advantage. Power. Good possession. Power. Yep, that was a good ball towards Perrott, but Wildgoose stuck with her.
Yeah, just using her body there and just that experience that Wildgoose has just to see the ball out to play. But it's a trend that we're going to see from Cardiff, just that patient build-up from the back, and then when they have the opportunity, that direct ball over the top is something that they look to exploit.
Barker. Wildgoose, again a little bit slack, and Sarah Thomas is there to bite, to pick up any loose ball in midfield. Wasteful again, and amongst the good minutes, errors are being made as well, and Ian Derbyshire and Jenny Sugarman, they'll both appreciate that. They'll both know that their sides have shown good signs, but they need to make fewer mistakes.
There's not much between these two teams at all. I know we've seen Wrexham, you know, they've done the double over Cardiff for the last two games.
Rosie Hughes is the target. There is Power. Power does well, but Cardiff can't keep that in, and it's a throw to Wrexham. And they're anxious to take it as quickly as they can. Again, a little bit loose. No foul, says the referee. Rosie Hughes, she's very, very strong. Firm challenge there by Niamh Jenkins. She stood her ground and she needed to. Cleared in the end by Power. Good spell this for Wrexham, and they'll want to take advantage. Sarah Harvey, she loses possession. And again, there in the middle is Thomas Condon. Ten minutes played.
I think it's battle of the fans at the moment, Nick. We can hear both sets of fans chanting. We hear during the warm-up there was a few boos as well when the teams' names were called out. Nothing wrong with that. Love a little bit of rivalry between these two teams.
Bowen, poor ball, straight towards Frances Jones. Frances Jones looking there for Mahmood. That's a good pass. Cook on the chase. The experienced Phoebe Davies with her, and Cook could only find the Wrexham captain out to Frances Jones. Francis Jones closed down again. Billingham playing really well. Billingham's ridden that tackle. Cook has it again. Cook in towards the centre. Oh, that flashes past everybody, including Laura Kernock. Good play there by Billingham.
I think what's really exciting about these two teams is they're both attacking players in both sets of teams. They're so exciting. You can't take your eyes off them. You know, both sets of strikers got lots of goals in them, really dangerous as they're driving into the box. Michaela Cook, we talked about the threat that she brings.
Yeah, the word you've used more than once is direct, and that's what we're seeing from both sides. Good skills. The battle in the end is cleared. Yep. And no surprise to see the Cardiff City players congratulating each other.
Yeah, it's one thing again, I mentioned it, Barry, she'll hold that touchline, but as soon as she gets the ball, she will drive inside. She makes her own luck there. Great bit of skill here, very creative. There's an opportunity now for Cardiff to deliver a set piece.
Yep, Fiona Barry, only 19, strong player. And she's scored 4 goals against Wrexham already this season, including a 95th minute winner in the game in January. And it's Barry who's lining this up. Early chance. Wall does well. Barry again hits it. Shot in by Thomas Condon. It's cleared. Another opportunity for her on the right foot. Closed down. Time for Walklett. Can't quite get a grip on the shot. Wrexham clear up towards Mahmood. And in the end, it fizzles out. And there's one sense that perhaps Cardiff are getting the upper hand now as we approach the 15-minute mark.
Yeah, they're just finding a bit more rhythm in their possession. Good movement off the ball. For Wrexham, they have great shape, great numbers behind the ball. Really good structure defensively, and I think that's something that Sugarman has really developed this season. They've always had attacking players, but I think they've really sharpened up defensively, brought in some experienced players, and I think that's been a huge difference to them this season.
And that's going to be an interesting battle with players like Billingham, with Michaela Cook pushing forward. And there's Craven, who saved 2 penalties in the penalty shootout in the trophy final 2 weeks ago. Walklett again. She's effective in that centre midfield position, back towards her captain Hannah Power.
Yeah, she's just sitting in that central zone, just being able to dictate play. The commentator's curse right there.
And there we are. Mahmood finds Hughes. Hughes will have to go alone. And the goalie did well to stop that. It was straight at her, but Craven wasn't sure whether Hughes was going right or left. In the end, it came at her. And she was away, and Rosie Hughes will feel that perhaps she should have done better.
Yeah, she'll watch this back and she'll see that this was actually a great opportunity. Just needed a little bit more height on that ball just to beat Chamberlain, and a little bit more power. But she does really well, actually, the keeper. She closes down the angle and makes it difficult for Rosie Hughes. But again, it's that warning sign that she is very dangerous. She has blistering pace. And we know that she is really clinical in front of goal.
And that danger came just as we'd been complimenting Cardiff and saying perhaps they were getting a grip of this game. But that's what Wrexham do. Give them a chance and they'll be away, and they've got such firepower up front. Faye Knox being watched by Walklett. Knox goes to ball line, pulls that back. Who does it fall to? In the end, Francis Jones goes high and wide. Well, Barker was close when the ball came in, but that was excellent work down the left to create this chance.
Well, Hillier Knox, she's definitely caught my eye. What an exciting player that she is. So comfortable driving at players, can really shift the ball from the right foot to the left foot. It's a great ball in. And it's another opportunity missed by Wrexham.
And again, Katie Barker, 17 goals this season.
Again, Wrexham just showing their intent just to press the ball, put Cardiff into pressure. It's a late tackle, but nothing wrong with that from Rosie Hughes. She's just letting the defender know that she's in for a tough game this afternoon.
Cleared by Bartle. Cleared in turn by Jenkins. Billingham. And again, offering herself is Michaela Cook. Good, accurate ball. She'd gone a little bit early, but they've got to watch Michaela Cook. Many of those crossfield balls have found her.
Yeah, there's space to play in this left-hand channel. They're playing quite narrow, Wrexham, out of possession. So that all they need to do is just put that ball over the top. She's such a willing runner. And we've already talked about the end product that she has in the assists and goals. You put that ball into the space and she will attack it. Just got to time her run a little bit better there.
It's such an exciting season between these two sides. First and second in the league. They've had one cup final now. They've got a semi-final here as Barry tries to get away from Faye Knox. Barry has her head down at the moment. She can't see the options behind her. If she once was the number 15 Perrott, but not quite close enough, but they win the throw in and in towards Billingham. Power. Headed away in turn by Bartle. Billingham! And Wrexham will know all about Lily Billingham.
Yeah, I admire the intent from Billingham because we know that she has that in her locker. She takes the strike early, just doesn't execute it. She sees the goalkeeper off her line. Nothing wrong with that. It's really positive.
Thomas Condon looks for Barry. Wild goose. Steady. That's a dangerous ball in. Fortunately for her, Frances Jones was there before Billingham. And it's Wrexham's turn to come. Faye Knox. Pulled back there, surely. Now that could be a yellow card. Pulled by the shirt, and indeed it will be. First yellow card of the game.
Yeah, you can't really argue with that. Can you stopping the player from having that attack? But that actually come from Barker dropping deep to pick the ball up. She turns the defender and it just opens up the space for Wrexham to play.
And that's another free kick, this time conceded by Michaela Cook.
Yeah, it's great play from Frances Jones. Just uses her body really well in that tight space. There's an opportunity now for Wrexham to set up, send the centre-backs forward. Set pieces can be so crucial in these games.
Kick to be taken by Faye Knox. Big defenders have moved up. Frances Jones in the end put the ball in. It wasn't a bad ball, but well defended. And Billingham pulls it away. She's not going to keep that in. "20 minutes played. No goals. Better chances perhaps have come Wrexham's way. A lot of possession for Cardiff. And no surprise. It's very, very close between Ian Derbyshire's team and Jenny Sugarman's team. Mahmood, the only change in the Wrexham side today. I like her. Joined in the summer from West Bromwich Albion. Already 5 goals in the league this season. Thomas Condon. Back towards Power. Yep. Foul in the end. Conceded by Thomas Condon, I think, and she's worked hard in midfield. Power again. Collected by Knox. Good from Knox again. Nearly found Mahmood. It was a good ball. Important interception there. Billingham. She's pulled back by Davis. Referee looks to play the advantage and in fact has done. And Billingham a little bit unhappy that no foul was given there.
Yeah, she's too honest there. You feel your shirt being pulled. You know, go to the ground, get the free kick. The ref's not going to give it. You've got to be a bit clever in those situations.
Harvey. Closed down by Perrott. Almost midway through this first half. Welsh Cup final awaits one of these two teams, and waiting for them, Swansea. And just to remind you, on Monday night, as usual on S4C, highlights of all of the goals over this weekend at 9:35 on Monday, and again at 10 to 10 on Tuesday. Every goal, every incident. And I rather suspect we might see one or two from this game. Billingham. Knox with her. Billingham. She's difficult to knock off the ball, isn't she? Barry finds Walklett. Walklett gets a good ball in. That was a good save. Shot by Barry, and a good attacking play again from Cardiff.
Yeah, it's great defending to start with by Jodie Bartle. Used her strength really well to hold off Laura Kernock. But Fiona Barry, she's first to the ball there. Just really liked a little bit more conviction in her strike on goal. It's a great opportunity. It's a great save by the goalkeeper once again.
Cardiff's turn to press again. They have enjoyed the lion's share of the possession, but they're looking to turn that into the first goal of this semi-final. Chance for Billingham to put it in. They're just still there, and Craven watched it all the way, looking to release it early. Mahmood was up there. Good play by Hannah Power. Saw the danger.
I think an area the Wrexham have really improved is how they defend their box. Something that probably let them down last season, but I just think they're so much more aggressive, so much more organised. Their roles and responsibilities are a lot more clear. And they've conceded a lot less goals this season as well. And I think that's credit to Sugarman, how she's organised this team and how she set them up.
Harvey hits the ball forward looking for Hughes. Hughes avoids Jenkins. Knox into the box. It's a good run by Knox. Can she pull it back? Yes, she can. Claims for handball, but that's not given. It's going to be a corner kick and no more. Final touch of Thomas Condon, and Wrexham's turn to press, and it really is a half where both sides are having their moments.
Yeah, and it comes from Hilliard Knox again. She just glides past players with so much ease. When she's in that position, you've got to be really careful how you defend, because any slight touch there, she's going to go down for the penalty. But she is definitely their dangerous player right now.
Frances Jones to take the corner kick. There, offering herself, is Faye Knox. She's ignored. Again, the big defenders have moved up. Again, it's short. Knox, watched by Warnock. Good ball in. The bar saves Cardiff. In goes the captain. The captain falls. The captain appeals. Play on, says the referee. And Jodie Bartle will have to start the long journey back now. Another shirt-pulling incident. And this time it's Katie Barker who's complaining.
Yeah, it is Knox again with another great delivery in. There's good contact from Barker. Beats the goalkeeper. And then it's just chaos in the box then. Cardiff just frantic, trying to clear their box. I don't think there's much in that. I think it's more of a collision rather than an intent to bring the defender down.
Faye Knox preparing to take this free kick. She's having an excellent first half. Karen Chamberlain knows she's been saved there by the bar. Knox goes all the way, and perhaps there were other options, better options, everybody having moved up, but Faye Hillier-Knox an October signing from Bolton. And she scored the first goal in the game between these two sides last week.
Yeah, she's a really tricky player to play against. When you're up against that player who's really confident in driving at you with the ball, you've got to get tight to her. You've got to show a little bit more aggression and not allow her to have that time where she can drive into the box. Cardiff need to sort that out quickly because she's going to continue to cause problems.
So the closest we've had to a goal. A header by Katie Barker. Cardiff saved by the bar. And it must be said, despite the possession that Cardiff have enjoyed, Wrexham have come closest. They've had two excellent chances over and above that effort that struck the bar. There's a confidence there in their play suddenly. Ball is collected by Walklet. She mishits that, and this was the opportunity.
Yeah, it ended up being a bit of chaos in the box for Cardiff, didn't it? They eventually clear their lines. I don't think that's a penalty, in my opinion. It's a great first attempt by Barker. She's already made contact with the ball.
And thankfully, although it's on its way, there's no VAR in Welsh football at the moment. And I speak as one who was at the racecourse last night and saw a wonderful cup tie between Wrexham and Chelsea. A cup tie influenced heavily by VAR decisions, a disallowed goal, a red card. Barry, she gets behind Phoebe Davis. Phoebe Davis a slack there. Barry goes herself. Is she going to go all the way? Now then, Davis had to be accurate with that tackle, and she was. No foul. And Phoebe Davis did really, really well there. She must have thought that Barry was in.
Yeah, she gets beaten on the first phase, doesn't she? But she does really well to recover and get back in. A well-timed tackle, a risky tackle in that position. But this time it worked out okay.
Jenkins. Yep. Harvey plays calm. But it's one chance, one end, and then another chance at the other end.
Yeah, she does well here, Barry. Just uses her body just to get past Davis. But it's a great, well-timed tackle. Like I said, it's a risky one. But there is no reward without risk.
And if she hadn't taken the risk, Phoebe Davis knows that perhaps Barry could have made her pay. Showing her experience there, former TNS captain, of course, Phoebe Davis. And such an asset in the Wrexham defence. Good ball, looking for Barker. Frances Jones is there as well. There's Barker feeds Frances Jones. Yes, she can. Frances Jones thinks about shooting. Excellent play by Bellingham. Strong play. We talk about her prowess as an attacking player, but she was back doing important defensive work there. That's a poor ball by Phoebe Davis again, and it's Barry again who latches onto it. Outside Barry is Bellingham. Now she finds her. Bellingham has time to look, time to shoot, gets a shot in, and that's deflected off Phoebe Davis. And it's a corner to Cardiff City, and there have been two incidents in the last 2 minutes involving Phoebe Davis and giving Cardiff good chances.
Yeah, it's a great breakaway from Cardiff. Good decision there from Barry to play in Billingham. Could have been an ugly deflection there for Phoebe Davis, but she does really well to get back in and to make that important block.
Niamh Jenkins is down in the centre circle, but again, Barry so influential, and Barry and Walklet and Billingham, they're really working hard in that midfield area. It's a good battle in midfield.
Yeah, you know, we said before the game is going to be an exciting battle, especially with the front three for both teams. I think Barry, she's very versatile. She likes to drive at players, but she can also see the game really well. She makes really good decisions in important areas. And like you said, she's still really young. She's 19. She's still learning her game.
So Niamh Jenkins still receiving attention. And if I was a betting man, I'd say those two were at the racecourse last night. And it gives Ian Derbyshire an opportunity. Let's take this opportunity. Ian Derbyshire's decision to announce in the middle of a season that he's leaving. Can there be a plus point to doing that?
I don't know. It can really disrupt a team, can't it? Especially when he has been at the helm for so long, and the success that he's had and the environment that he's created. Only the club know why they decided to do it at this time of the season. It could have had an impact on their last couple of results that they've had. But he will be missed by this club because he's done great things for this team and the silverware that he has won.
And he wants more, and he needs a goal from Cardiff City if that's to happen. 0-0 into the last 15 minutes of this first half. Corner kick for Cardiff City, near post. Away, only as far as Billingham. It's a good ball into the far post. Important header out by the captain, Bartle. What a ball in by Michaela Cook. And Harvey has an opportunity to slow things down. Looks for Wild Goose. And Wild Goose finds Smith. And Smith back to her captain. But what a ball in. Good defending. Phoebe Davis for Wrexham.
Yeah, it was a fantastic ball in by Cook. But once again, Jodie Bartle, she is that player commanding those central areas.
And if you're going to make your forward Rosie Hughes run, you don't want to be in the race with Hannah Power, and Power covered her there as we see Hannah Power's defensive partner Niamh Jenkins return to the field, having had her treatment. Collected by Kernock. Good play by Wild Goose. She's got a little bit of a knock. Davis looks for Barker. Barker surrounded by blue shirts. Wrexham having to go back. Good play by Frances Jones. Poor ball at the end of it. Davis. Again, Billingham. So effective. Puts the pressure on. Wins possession. Looks for movement ahead of her. Kernock goes ahead of her. Out towards Perrott. Perrott is challenged by Harvey, and it's a Cardiff City throw.
Yeah, good play from Billingham again. Really dominating that midfield area now, making things tick for Cardiff.
Barry, strong again. That is one of her strengths. She's powerful. She's so difficult to knock off the ball. Rosie Hughes comes back to help. Ball fortunately finds Mahmood. She's on her own at the moment, and too many blue shirts. Barry again there before Harvey. Game with a good tempo. Nice touch by Frances Jones again, and not sure what the complaint was about. Actually ragged to the ground, but good play by Frances Jones.
Yeah, just showing the quality and the class that Frances Jones has. We know what she can do defensively, but the technical ability that she has, that just highlights it there.
Phoebe Davis looks for Rosie Hughes and finds her. Rosie Hughes gets a good ball in. Barker was there waiting for it to land. It doesn't, and Cardiff can clear. Frances Jones again, a match winner. Lovely touch again. Closed down by Cook. It's a good battle between Frances Jones and Cook down that wing.
Yeah, they're very similar players too. They're players who both work hard defensively, but they're players who like to get forward and put the balls in the box.
Cardiff save the corner. It's another throw in deep in the Cardiff half, and Frances Jones again wants to take it quickly. Ball falls to Smith. Accurate header finds her. She's pulled back by Billingham, and one free kick after another conceded by Cardiff, and that shows how Wrexham can put pressure on you.
Yeah, Cardiff need to be careful. They're giving away a lot of silly free kicks in dangerous areas, just showing a little bit of lack of discipline, and we know what strengths that Wrexham have going forward on these set pieces.
And we know how accurate Frances Jones can be with her ball. A bit too close to the keeper, and skied over by Harvey. I think the whistle may have gone already, but if it had, Harvey will be relieved. If it hadn't, Harvey has missed a glorious opportunity.
Yeah, it's a great ball by Frances Jones. Gives the goalkeeper a decision. Does she stay or does she come? She does well in the end, Chamberlain. Don't think there's much in that from Barker. She has every right to go for that ball there.
Sarah Harvey still to score her first goal for Wrexham, but that's not too surprising, bearing in mind she only joined in February. But treatment for Karen Chamberlain, I think she'll be okay. It was just that clash with Jodie Barker as we enter the last 10 minutes of this first half. On both sides, of course they will, but they'll feel they've got a real chance to win this one.
Yeah, I think it's been quite even between both teams. We've seen Cardiff dominate possession, but actually Wrexham playing on the transition are really dangerous. Whenever they win the ball back and they're playing direct, they know they got 3 willing runners who will really put the Cardiff back 3 under pressure. And I think that's why they've changed their formation this afternoon, Cardiff. They've gone to a back 5 for that reason.
Well, Cardiff will be concerned that Karen Chamberlain is okay because they haven't got a keeper on the bench. So,
well, we've seen it before, an outfield player having to go in goals. It's not ideal, but that's the risk you take when you don't have a goalkeeper on the bench.
Ever done it? Ever had to do it?
Absolutely not, no. I'm not a bad netballer, but not a goalkeeper.
And it looks as if she's not only fit and well, she may well be able to take this kick, but she'll take it short. A few minutes will be added on because mainly of 2 injuries to the 2 keepers. Kernock. It's a ball that nearly goes towards Perrott, but it's well cleared by Craven and it's chased down by Mahmood. And Mahmood does really well there. Wrexham get the throw. That's off Hannah Power. Well, Mahmood is an impact player. She comes on off the bench very often and makes a difference, but she starts today, and the Pakistan international really can be influential. Walklett. Yep, little bit, she acknowledges. A little bit of uncertainty there again. Pressure from Mahmood, and Wrexham finishing this half strongly.
Yeah, when you're in that position, you just need to put your foot through the ball. A bit of honest defending there. Clear your lines, get rid of the ball. Because we know the chaos that the last corner caused Cardiff.
2 corner kicks each in a season where corner kicks have been so influential in every league that football is being played. Chance here. Barker makes the run. She's found. Can she pull it back? Yes, she can! What a chance! Over by Michaela Wildgoose. And she will know, just as Jodie Bartle knew a few minutes ago, they've got to take chances like that.
This is all about the quality. It's a great ball in by Frances Jones. That first touch to lead the defender for dead is a great ball in. It's begging for someone to attack that and hit the back of the net. Wildgoose will absolutely be furious with herself to not put her team 1-0 ahead.
Well, she scored an own goal in the trophy final 2 weeks ago. She really should have put that in. But again, the set piece always seems to give Wrexham an opportunity.
There was a great pace on the ball as well. It just needed a delicate touch.
Jenkins. Cardiff have lived dangerously at times. Wrexham have been wasteful at times. And only time will tell who pays the price for that. Kernock. Bowen. Billingham. Outside Billingham is Michaela Cook. Billingham goes the other way. There is Wildgoose. And she finds Knox. And Knox puts the foot on the accelerator, but well covered by Perrott. But Knox doesn't give up, but that falls to the path of Walklett. And Barry sees the opportunity to switch the play. Good idea. A little bit behind Michaela Cook, and it's a Wrexham throw-in at the end of it.
Yeah, I just think when you're in that position, just make better decisions. Kernock, can she do more? She's quite static as well.
next Saturday. Flint against Bala, 12:15 on S4C. Click on your BBC iPlayer on YouTube. Huge game towards the bottom of the Welsh Prem. And Flint, well, they know they really could make themselves safe if they beat Bala. Bala will know they need to win that one. Nice heel. And some of the Wrexham players seem to be enjoying this game, happy to show their skills.
Yeah, oozing confidence, I would say. Players who are well in form, in front of goal with assists, and you can just see that from them.
Barker, lovely touch again. Past one, can she pull this one back? Yes, she can. Little bit overhit. Rosie Hughes couldn't get to it. And there also was Mahmood. Barker takes the ball, good touch, wild shot. They're knocking.
Yeah, you can see she just snatched at it, didn't she? A player that we say got so much composure. It's a fantastic ball in by Wild Goose. She just gets it all wrong. It's a great first touch once again, but just snatches at it, just doesn't make the contact on it that we've seen from her previously. But always a threat, always a danger.
Wrexham finishing strongly. Francis Jones into the box. Well cleared by Jenkins. And that's a little bit loose by Harvey. And Billingham's on the charge, and Billingham finds Cook, and Cook is watched by Davis. Goes past her, she can't go past Jodie Bartle. And the ball falls rather kindly to Rosie Hughes, or rather Mahmood, and Rosie Hughes was on her way. And Rosie Hughes looks as if to say that needed to be a better ball into the last 2 minutes of this first half. Billingham. Perrott back towards Thomas Condon. Billingham. Good play by Smith. Smith hits the ball forward. She's in here. Mahmood has a chance. She'd gone too early again. That was tight.
I did think when the ball went over the top, I did think she was just offside. I like to see it again. It's great play by Smith. She's not. She's onside.
That was
by quite a lot as well.
Poor decision.
That's infuriating.
And that's a picture that speaks 1,000 words. And Mahmood was so unlucky. Is that going to be a turning point? How important will that moment be?
Not showing much on her face there, not much expression or emotion.
Well, she can't. The players may feel that. She's got to keep calm. She'll know with all her experience, 25 years experience coaching and managing, that you have to put that behind you and move on. That's a very good ball from the back. Excellent ball towards Barker. Barker, is she going to go all the way? Good covering work by Jenkins. And Jenkins and Power have been good in the centre of defence for Cardiff City, and they've had to be. Francis Jones, Wrexham want to keep the momentum going. Cook has other ideas for Cardiff as we wait to see how much time will be added on. It is 3 minutes, and that's the kind of error, this time by Walklett of all people, that just underlines the tension here.
Yeah, but I think it's because of the pressure that Wrexham are putting on Cardiff. They've unsettled them a little bit.
Yep. Walklett acknowledges her mistake. And we're into the 3 minutes added on at the end of this eventful first half. And the kick to be taken again by Francis Jones. And again it's short. This time Rosie Hughes. And again it's Jenkins who clears. Back towards Francis Jones. It's off Thomas Condon. And again, Wrexham don't hang about. They want to take this quickly. Hughes can't get the ball away. Away by Power. Power only as far as Phoebe Davis, who knocks it straight back. It lands Cardiff have to be careful here. Barker does really well here. Captain has a chance of a shot. She's closed down by Perrott. And this time the throw goes Cardiff's way.
Yeah, Wrexham are definitely finishing on top, putting pressure on Cardiff. Cardiff just need to hold their nerve here and get into half-time.
And it's probably no surprise that Cardiff are happy to take their time. They wouldn't mind seeing this out to half-time now. Billingham finds Thomas Condon again. Lost in midfield. Barry goes in strongly. Lovely play by Phoebe Davis. Lovely play. Can she feed Mahmood? Not quite. Frances Jones. That's behind her. That's not going to be kept alive. Looking over the 45 plus minutes, fair scoreline at half time, Katie?
Yeah, I think Wrexham have probably edged it on chances, but I think it's been pretty even. I think Wrexham, like I said, are finishing on top now, really showing their quality going forward.
Doing again with Smith. Mahmood needed a better ball. She holds out her right hand as if to say, I needed a better ball. But Chamberlain collects, and it's been eventful. Craven. Mahmood. Good play by Walklett. Walklett out towards Michaela Cook, who's suddenly on the right wing. There's Barry on the very far end of the penalty box. Kernock was waiting. Billingham! And that, in all likelihood, is, in fact, it is the last kick of the first half. Well, Wrexham have come closest. Bartle has hit the bar with a fine effort, and Mahmood had a goal well effectively disallowed for being offside. Contentious decision. Plenty to discuss. We'll come back to discuss it all when you join us after the break. It's Cardiff 0, Wrexham 0.
Croeso nôl ato ni. Wel, dyma oedd y cyfle euraidd i Wrexham. Y cyfan yn dod o gic cornel clyfar a Michaela Wildgoose yn taro'r bar i'r dreigiau. I ni'n dal yn chwilio am gol agoriadol y gêm, ond mae di bod yn dipyn o ornes rhwng y dreigiau a'r adar gleision hyd yn hyn yma yn Aberystwyth. Ie, croeso nôl ato ni. Gwenan Harris, fi'n credu mae cyfle i ni just dal ein gwynt ni fan hyn, achos oedd hwnna'n 3/4 awr ddi-stop am gêm i ni'n cael rhwng y ddau glwb yma.
Oedd, chwarae teg, mae'r dwysau'r gêm, mae'r cyflymder gêm wedi bod yn uchel iawn. Fi wedi sylwebu ar nifer gêm ar hyd y blynyddoedd, ond rhaid fi gweud, mae'r safon jyst yn parhau i wella. Sy'n rili mwynhau'r hanner gyntaf. Gêm cystadleuol iawn fel yn ni disgwyl. Credu falle'r hanner gyntaf o'r hanner, falle bach yn agos, dim lot i wahanu'r ddau tîm, ond wedyn Wrexham yn dechrau dod ar y troed flaen, bys ni'n gweud.
Ie, dim goliau, ond digon o gyfleoedd. Nawn ni ddechrau gyda cyfleoedd Wrexham. Fel o ti'n sôn, Gwenan, nhw siŵr o fod nath orffen yr hanner cyntaf yna y cryfa. A ti'n credu bod nhw'n siomedig, bod nhw ddim ar y blaen?
Ie, fi'n credu gyda'r cyfleoedd maen nhw wedi cael. Mae cyfleoedd Caerdydd wedi dod o hanner cyfleoedd, ond fan hyn, ni'n gweld un yn erbyn un, fel arfer yn disgwyl Rosie Hughes i roi reina i gadw. Hanner cyfle bach fyna. Rosie Hughes eto'n gweithio'n galed oddi ar y bêl. Maen nhw wedi edrych yn beryglus mewn pob fath o ffordd Wrexham. Mae Knox yn neud arbennig o dda, 2 waith yn cael, mae hi'n redeg lawr yr eslys. Neb moyn cyffwrdd hi. A wedyn o cic y gosod hefyd, maen nhw wedi bod yn peryglus iawn. So ni'n gweld y cyfle yma sy'n bwrw'r trawst. Ond mwy na unrhyw beth, oedd e'n dilyn mewn fan hyn. Oedd y battle yn dilyn mewn, a Michaela Cook yn... fi mewn mae'n ysgeilus iawn fan ar ffordd oedd hi'n hwyr. A wedyn o'n nhw wedi creu'r hanner cyfle yma. Bydd hi mor siomedig, jyst angen penio'r bel i lawr. Mwyn i gyn o beth pan ti'n ymosod at y gol. Ond fel ni'n gweud, maen nhw wedi creu o llwyth o sefyllfeydd wahanol.
Un penderfyniad i ni wedi bod yn sôn amdano yw'r cam sefyll, a fi'n credu bydd cefnogwyr Wrexham ar ôl nithwr hefyd. Siwr o fod ddim moyn trafod y cam sefyll yr ormod, ond ie, be nes ti o'r penderfyniad yma, Gwenan?
Ond mae'n agos iawn. Fel wedi, oedd fi a Iona'n sylwebaeth yn meddwl falle bod hi wedi jyst amseru am mynd yn ei gynnar, ond fel ni'n edrych ar draws fyna, oedd hi actually yn spot on. Mae'n dyn iawn, ni'n gallu gweld hynna. Mae'n anodd. Mae'n digon hawdd i ni feirniadu ar ochr, ond mewn gêm mor bwysig, mae angen y penderfyniad i cael ei wneud, ond Caerdydd angen dysgu gwersi, achos mae cwpl o degau nawr, mae Wrexham wedi cael trwyddo'r peli uniongyrchol hir yna.
Caerdydd wedyn ni, Gwenan, fel o ti'n sôn, hanner cyfleon maen nhw wedi cael, a felly dyw llif y gêm felly ddim cweit yn gweithio iddyn nhw ar hyn o bryd?
Wel, dechrau nhw dda iawn, ond ti'n gallu gweld bod nhw'n brifo o'r canlyniadau yn y pethefnos diwetha. Ond beth bys ni'n gweud, mae trefn Wrexham yn neud yn anodd iddyn nhw, so maen nhw'n chwaraewyr technegol iawn. Falle ddim yn mynd i cael gymaint o fydd gyda'r chwaraewyr fel Fiona Barry fan hyn, neu Billingham yn neud y rediad yn mewn tu nôl. Maen nhw'n falle bach fwy technegol moyn y peli yn y hanner gapiau yna. Barry fan hyn yn neud gwaith arbennig o dda, Phoebe Davies yn dod nôl gyda tackle berffaith. Fi jyst yn teimlo fel mae Wrexham ar hyd y tymor wedi gwella gymaint yn y safleoedd canolig. Maen nhw'n amddiffyn yr ardaloedd canolig yn dda iawn. Mae'n cael llawer o cyrff. Trach ar y ffordd maen nhw'n ymateb. A eto, Phoebe Davies jyst yn amseru'r tackle yn dda iawn. Ond maen nhw, hyn oed o fewn y 5 munud gyntaf, y ffordd nhw'n cael cyrff nhw yn y ffordd, maen nhw'n llawer fwy drefnus na beth oedden nhw.
Ie, byddai'n ddiddorol iawn i glywed be mae Ian Derbyshire yn gweud wrth i chwaraewyr ar hyn o bryd. Reit, wel, i ni'n agosau at hwn, y gêm fawr. Dynion Cymru yn erbyn Bosnia. Gêm ail gyfle Cwpan y Byd 2026. Y cyfan yn fyw yma ar S4C ar y 6 ar 20 o Fawrth am 20 munud wedi 7 i ni ffili aros. Wel, mae wedi bod yn dipyn o benwythnos i glwb pêl-drod Wrexham, y dynion o Mara Chelsea yng nghwpan yr FA neithwr y menywod yn chwarae yn erbyn Caerdydd heddi, a mae Nicky John yn cael cwmni rhywun sydd yn bwysig iawn i'r clwb.
Diolch I ti, Sioned. I'm so pleased to have Geraint Parry here with me this afternoon. Geraint, what a weekend of football you've had, absolutely action-packed. I mean, as someone who's been involved with this club for as long as you have, you were secretary for around 20 years, weren't you? I mean, yesterday evening at the Cardiff must be up there pretty high in terms of memories.
I let myself get carried away, I think, when we got the lead the second time. Suddenly thought, it's getting late in the game. Can we actually hold on and get through again? And but it's brilliant. It really does. You know, you're playing the World Club champions at the end of the day. You know, I know we're in the Championship these days, not a non-league club anymore, but it just to be competing on them on the same pitch, whatever set of players they put out, that's up to them. We have to go out and play against them. And I thought yesterday we did the club so proud.
So proud, so proud. And I mean, despite the defeat and everything, the buzz around the place afterwards was just phenomenal.
It was. I mean, we get used to it because we see it week in and week out. But it was so nice to see some of the royalty of football who were there and them commenting on how they enjoy the atmosphere of the ground. I mean, we really do. You know, the fans are brilliant. They get behind the team so much. And so as long as the players are giving everything on the pitch, it's great, isn't it? I mean, that's what you want. You want to help them as much as you can from the stands.
Absolutely. Let's turn our attention to this afternoon. I mean, it's a pretty tight affair so far. Are we going to see penalties again at the end of this afternoon, do you think?
I'm not sure my heart can take it after 2 weeks ago as well. I mean, the two clubs have gotten to know each other so well over the last few weeks, but over the last few seasons. And for us to make the progress we have in the Welsh system is amazing. And to be right up there with Cardiff. I mean, we're going toe-to-toe with them. And this season will go right down to the last moment. For the cup tie as well, the winners get through to the final. Swansea in the final now. It's so close. How do you call it? I really flip a coin.
I really don't know, and I wouldn't like to at this point. Diolch yn fawr iawn, Geraint Parry. Ecwilfer sy'n nesig yn y ni rwan, ond dewch yn ôl at ni ar gyfer yr ail hanner a chydig o sglodion hefyd falle mewn cwpl o funudau.
Croeso nôl ato ni. I ni'n fyw o Aberystwyth ar gyfer rownd cyn derfynol Cwpan Cymru Bute Energy ac mae'n ddi-sgôr rhwng Wrexham a Chaerdydd. Ond Wrexham sydd wedi cael y gorau o'r adar gleision hyd yn hyn. Pwy felly sydd am gael y gôl agoriadol holl bwysig yna. I ni bron yn barod i fynd ar gyfer yr ail hanner fan hyn. Mae'r chwaraewyr yn ôl mas ar y ca, felly nôl a ni nawr at ein tîmau sylwebu ni ar gyfer yr ail hanner.
Thank you, Sianed. Welcome back. Well, there were 6 goals in the earlier semi-final. Swansea comfortably beat Cwmbran Celtic from a lower league. We're still awaiting the first one here, and the common view during our half-time chat is that Wrexham had looked the more dangerous overall, but that Cardiff just have experienced players that can make all the difference as well. So all to play for. No extra time, remember, straight to penalties if we need to, but there's a long way to go before then. Power. Cardiff captain. Perrott. Looking for movement. Walklett. No options really at the moment. It's either back or forward now. Then Billingham. Phoebe Davis well in.
That is the ball though, to find Billingham in those little pockets of space. She does very well on the half turn. That's where Cardiff are going to get most of their joy.
Yep, and it's been interesting. Billingham has been very deep. She's not seen as much of the ball as she would have liked in an attacking position, because, as you say, she can be so effective there. Rosie Hughes is going to let Niamh Jenkins take that. Walklett, power. One trophy already. Looking for another one. Still fighting for the league as well. Good play by Mahmood. Mahmood looks for Barker. Little bit too much on it, and Mahmood acknowledges that last touch off Wild Goose. It's a Cardiff throw-in.
I think it's important to remind people that Cardiff have won this trophy 5 times, so getting to the final, you know, it's really important to them. But for Wrexham, they've had heartbreak previously in finals, so for them to finally get that breakthrough moment and make the final will be massive for the club.
And you talk about those Cardiff finals, they've won the last 4 and beating Wrexham in one of those. Good play by Billingham. That's the point we were making. Looks for Cook. Cook is followed by Francis Jones. Last touch off Francis Jones. Corner kick.
Yeah, once again, just Billingham just roaming a little bit and being able to find those pockets of space. That's really clever. That's deliberate play by her. And also when she's receiving the ball then is opening up, getting the ball on the half turn just to make things happen.
First corner kick of this second half. Cook to take it. Near post. She's going to get another chance. Cleared by Wild Goose. Needs a better ball, really. This time it's shorter. Billingham, far post. And up went Megan Bowen. She didn't get there. She knows it was a chance if she could have got a little bit higher.
Yeah, good variety to Cardiff's players. A deep ball in. But I just think Phoebe Davis just does enough there. If you can't win the ball, do enough just to put the striker off from getting a clean head on it.
Bowen again. Chamberlain to a captain Power. Again, Wrexham closing them down. Rosie Hughes, no room for error. Power does well. Finds Perrott. And the captain was composed there, and Perrott hits the ball looking for Kernock, and it's Craven's moment to step out and is comfortable and finds Phoebe Davis. A little bit more cautious in this second half. 3 or 4 minutes riddled with too many errors, and that's another one. And Barker tries to take advantage. Perrott, she takes her time, and in comes Harvey to take advantage. It's a goal kick, but Cardiff are sloppy.
Yeah, I expect more from Chamberlain there. You can see the pressure from Wrexham on Parrott there. In this situation, you have to make better decisions. Put your foot through the ball. You can see that Harvey is putting pressure on Parrott. You're giving her a ball there that she doesn't want to have. It's good pressure from Harvey. Hannah Power does really well to get over and cover.
And they still give the ball back to Chamberlain, and again it's wasted, and Mahmood, it's her turn to try and take advantage. She has to fight hard, and does fight hard to keep possession. Harvey in towards Smith, quick ball, equally quick ball out towards Harvey hits the ball towards the penalty box. Backer fires, that hits against the defender, and back is Walklett to clear. And these are difficult minutes for Cardiff, and Wrexham, as they finish this first half, are pressing early in the second half.
Yeah, it's great play from Wrexham. It's an early ball in by Harvey. Have to be tighter than that on Barker in the box. Can't give her an inch.
Harvey intercepted, but again, good play by Knox. Knox finds Mahmood. Billingham, foul given there.
She has such good balance and agility, Hillier Knox.
Wrexham knocking once again, and Barker knows another opportunity may come her way. She's hit the bar once. Knox with Frances Jones, and Frances Jones is going to leave this one to Faye Knox. That's a very, very poor free kick straight at Barry, and Barry intercepts, and she puts Billingham away. And look at the outsider is Cook, and the other way is Perrott, and it's Perrott that's found. She looks, she fires, and Cardiff, you feel, should have done better there, and Perrott should have done better. She made it as easy as possible for Liz Craven.
Yeah, this is a real opportunity for Cardiff to break away. The ball from Billingham, I think it should have been played earlier. It allowed the defender to get back in, to organise herself and put Parrott under pressure.
But again, as we saw in the first half, Wrexham pressing, and then Cardiff having the breakaway. And it was the other way so often in the first half. Cardiff pressing and Wrexham on the counter. And this time Mahmood has the ball. She takes her time. She might go herself as a deflection off the head of Niamh Jenkins. It's a corner kick, and suddenly the second half is livening up.
Yeah, well, we knew this game was going to be real value for money. It's a big 45 minutes from both teams now, both eager to get into that final. We haven't seen a great deal of Mahmood, but when she does pick up the ball, we can really see the quality that she has.
A repeat of last year's final. But it's the semi here, with Swansea waiting, and the crowd here waiting for the first goal of the afternoon. Frances Jones again to take the corner. Wild Goose has moved up, so has Harvey, and so has Jodie Bartle, but the corner kicks haven't been of the highest quality. Barker offers herself, now comes the high one, and it's too easy for Kerrin Chamberlain. It's all about the service.
Yeah, she did well then, the goalkeeper, commanding her area, safe hands.
Barry nearly took that off Phoebe Davis, and the ball is hit up towards Cook, and Cook has Billingham with her. Many options here. Billingham, edge of the box where she likes to be, back towards Cook. Cook looks up, gets the ball across, too much on it. Perrott wasn't going to reach that, and another chance goes begging.
Yeah, Cardiff do really well to find themselves in a real dangerous area. It's good interplay here from Billingham and Cook. But she just gets it wrong, the execution there. I'd like to see that ball zipped across the 6-yard box rather than putting it in the air and putting any flight on it.
Off the back of Frances Jones, Cardiff throw in, and just as one thought perhaps that Wrexham had started the second half stronger, this is now Cardiff's period. Barry, one of the reasons for that. She looks, she finds possession outside in towards Kernock, and somehow between them, Wild Goose and her captain clear, and the ball goes to Mahmood. Mahmood shows a little bit too much of that to Hannah Power, who steps in. Perrott. Walklet. Bowen hesitates. Barker tries to take advantage. Walklet finds Billingham. Good work by Walklet there. She tidies up so well in the middle there. Out towards Michaela Cook. Cook, watched by Frances Jones. That's well kept in. Billingham puts a foot on the accelerator. Good cross in. And Kernock went up and wasn't able to make a connection, but a fine ball in. Good play again from Cardiff, who are enjoying a good spell now.
Yeah, Cardiff really knocking on the door here, trying to make something happen.
Foul by Rosie Hughes. But we were talking about the service, the importance of the good ball in. This was a good one.
It's when you find yourself in this position, the quality of the cross is so important. You work so hard to get yourself into these dangerous positions.
Yeah, that's what you felt about Wrexham. They work hard to win the corner, but the corners have been poor. Barry is the target. Cardiff get the throw in, and we play 10 minutes of the second half. No extra time, remember, straight to penalties if it ends all level. And that's given away by Harvey.
Yeah, I think Wrexham just need to settle a little bit more. Cardiff are putting them under pressure here, so a little bit of lack of discipline and frustration here from Harvey. But they just need to go back to that defensive structure that we've seen work so well for them in the first half, making sure they're tracking runners, being really robust and compact in their units.
Well, Harvey made her debut for Wrexham in that final 2 weeks ago. So trophy, first game, Barry. That's a poor ball in. And Derbyshire looks the happier perhaps of the two managers now. Wrexham are preparing to bring on substitutes, and they do have strength on the bench, no doubt about that. They've got Suckley, they've got Lily Mae Jones in particular, and the run now from Perrott. And Perrott watched by Harvey. And now maybe the opportunity for Wrexham to make the first changes. And the first to leave is Rosie Hughes. So attacking experience goes there, but Ava Suckley comes on instead of her. And also leaving is Miriam Mahmood, and coming on is the experienced Lily Mae Jones. So Ava Suckley, 3 Welsh Cup goals so far this season. And Lily Jones, well, an ever-present until she was injured in that final 2 weeks ago, and she's been eased back, substitute appearances since then, but she's an influential player in midfield. So the first changes come for Wrexham.
Yeah, and Lily Jones will bring something different to what Mahmood offered Wrexham. She's very much someone who will break lines with her distribution. A real powerhouse in midfield, and I'm sure she'll be closely keeping an eye on Lily Billingham and offer a little bit and the freedom that she's currently having.
Yeah, that's a good point. Billingham is so influential, and you need somebody to cancel that aggression, and Lily Jones can do that. Mahmood a little bit more about style and guile. Perrott does well, gets behind, and the ball hits Harvey, and it's a corner for Cardiff.
I think Perrott's had a really solid game. She doesn't usually start for Cardiff, but she's been given an opportunity here in this semi-final, and I think she's absolutely relishing it and embracing it.
Yep. Perrott, the scorer of 1 hat-trick in the Welsh Cup this season. 1 goal would be a start today. Chance here. Closed down well there by Barker. The shot coming in from Michaela Cook, and Wrexham are having to work hard defensively.
And I love that by Barker. We talk so much about what she brings in attack, but actually she's relentless in defence as well, and really puts her body on the line and does that dirty work as well.
Barry to take the corner kick. Offering herself is Michaela Cook. Barry is going to opt for the high long ball. Keeper watches, keeper gets a hand to that, does well, accurate. Lily Jones finds Davis, Davis clears. It's going to be collected by Niamh Jenkins. If she can keep this alive, she settles for the throw in. As we approach the hour mark, still no goal, all to play for.
Yeah, she does well here, the goalkeeper. Strong hand, just to push the danger away and just relieve that pressure.
Cook. Power. Perrott. Barker steps in, loose ball for once from Cook, but covering there was Bowen, and Barker tries hard to keep that alive. And one end of the field she was defending, now she's trying to cause problems up front. Good play, solid play by Megan Bowen.
Yeah, she is relentless, Barker. But good defending there from Meg Bowen. Just using her experience just to let that ball run out.
Suckley finds Kernock. Power. Nice touch from Perrott. Power steps in again when it counts. Harvey. Foul on Knox.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of frustration here from Hannah Power. She originally gave the ball away. And just Knox just as well. She feels the contact, takes the free kick.
Gives us an opportunity to remind you that Wales play Italy in the Six Nations next Saturday, and the S4C programme begins at 4 p.m. And what a Six Nations it has been. And there's no such thing these days as an easy game against Italy. And Wales still looking for their first Six Nations win for 3 years now. Ian Derbyshire takes the opportunity. In these minutes, will come back. Billingham receives treatment. She will be okay. She leaves for now, and Wrexham perhaps considering even more changes. But the obvious ones to come off the bench have come off the bench. Ava Suckley and Lily Mai Jones.
They have the experience of Natalie Clark as well, who's been at this club for a long time. She can fit in defence or midfield, depending what Sugarman wants to do tactically.
Frances Jones looks for Barker again. A little bit unlucky with the touch there. And that's going to be a goal kick. Yeah, the ball didn't run kindly for her. And she's going to have to work hard. Billingham ready to come back on. Quietest period of the second half so far. Wrexham having the better perhaps of the early encounters, but Cardiff have now had their period, and it all means it's all very, very level, just as we'd anticipated. One point between them at the top of the Gennaro Adran League. Wrexham second, but they have one game in hand. These two sides to play again in a few weeks in that competition. Kernock looks for Billingham. That's too heavy. Tiredness is going to play a part now as well, I suppose.
Yeah, this is where your depth in your squad becomes really important.
Billingham looks for Kernock, far too close to the keeper. There's hesitancy there between her and Jodie Bartle. And Ian Derbyshire must have thought for a split second Cardiff may be in here. They shouldn't have been.
Yeah, that's where you want to take a chance and take a gamble that's going to happen.
Barry, that may have increased hope again as Kernock finds Perrott, and Perrott whips that ball in. It's tipped out. It's a red shirt there first to clear it, and in the end it's cleared away by Smith. That was a wicked ball in by Perrott with pace.
Oh, that was a sublime pass there by Perrott. Real pace on it. Just waiting for someone just to bust the gut and get on the end of it. The goalkeeper does really, really well there to get a strong hand.
Walklett has to go alone and she loses possession, and now it's Wrexham's chance. Good ball by Knox. Barker stayed onside. With Barker is Harvey. Inside Harvey is Smith. And the pace increases. That's ambitious, but it's well won. And Francis Jones turns a poor ball into a good ball, and Sackley fires. And in fact, it was Faye Knox who had the shot.
And Faye Knox likes scoring goals against Cardiff City. When the ball drops to her here, she has the technical ability to definitely find the back of the net there. She just leans back and has too much on it.
Again, keeper put under pressure, keeps composed. Wrexham players having to let that go from their offside positions. And we now have 25 minutes of the 90 as Wrexham see that Cardiff are proposing to make their first change. That was Mackenzie Hope-Olden. Good option off the bench.
Yeah, and I imagine there'll be a straight swap for Laura Kernock.
Yep, Kernock's worked hard. She really has worked hard.
Yeah, she's led the front line really well. Just nothing has fallen for her to really make an impact. For Olden, she'll come on. She would have been disappointed that she didn't start the game.
Yeah.
So she'll be raring to go.
And 10 league goals for her. 3 Welsh Cup goals to boot as well. She's having a good season.
And she offers something a little bit different to Kernock. Kernock's very much a link-up player, whereas Olden, she'll play a little bit more on the defender's shoulder, look to get in behind and stretch Wrexham a little bit more than what Kernock offers.
Harvey charging down the line. Ball behind her. She screams in frustration.
Harvey is another one of Wrexham's new signings, signed in February. Great experience. She's played in the Champions League, early qualifications, played at Lewes. So she comes with that wealth of experience from the English pyramids as well. And these type of signings, not only do they add to Wrexham's strength, but I just think it shows and adds to the quality of the league as well, that these players from England want to come and play in Wales.
Yep. Phoebe Davis overdoes it. There's a chance here now for Olden, and good work in the end by the Wrexham captain Bartle. But that's what Olden gives you, as you say. Suddenly Cardiff have got a forward on the shoulder of these defenders. They'll have less time now at the back.
Yeah, and she's also really strong. Mackenzie Olden has great physical ability.
Cook prepares to take the corner. Cardiff have another opportunity to score the first goal of this game. Wildgoose gets the touch. Only as far as Billingham. Back towards Cook. Overdoes it! Oh no, she doesn't! And Michaela Cook puts Cardiff City ahead with an absolute glorious opener. And that's what it means. The rivalry between these two sides is intense. Last time they met in the Cup, it was Francis Jones who scored a worldie for Wrexham. Michaela Cook has done it for Cardiff.
Well, I was actually disappointed in the initial delivery that Michaela Cook put in. But it's a good first-time ball by Billingham. Whether it's a cross, whether it's a shot, it doesn't matter. It's a good decision by Cook to put the ball back into the box. I actually think there she's gone for goal. I think she's intended to do that. And we talked about it pre-game, the goal contributions that she's given this team. 10 goals already, or 6 goals already, 10 assists. You know, she has an end product, Michaela Cook. That is what she is good at.
20 minutes left. What a goal. And the ball is aimed towards Suckley, who scored Wrexham's opener against Cardiff in the trophy final 2 weeks ago. Wrexham are going to have to be a little bit more adventurous now. It's plenty of time to come back. But what a wonderful goal. What a wonderful moment in this semi-final. Barry was in hard there. And it's another substitution, I think. Yes, it is. And it's going to be Olivia Fuller coming in for Sarah Harvey. And Olivia Fuller, no start of this season. She's a left back, and Harvey's worked hard.
Yeah, she's put in a great shift, Harvey. A player with real aggression, physical ability, but quality on the ball as well. She can be proud of her performance. But, you know, when you have a bench full of quality, you know, you have to make those changes and go after the game.
Fuller is the target. Barker looks for Suckley. Power, no nonsense. And Jenny Sugarman, well, she would have known that there would be times in this game when things would go against Wrexham. She also knows that they have the players to make a difference. But Ian Derbyshire, well, not quite the way he would have wanted to end his tenure here, having lost one trophy already. But then again, a league in the Welsh Cup wouldn't be a bad farewell. And at the moment, there's a chance of both. Frances Jones lobs it in high. You know that Wrexham have the players, have the quality. Cardiff are by no means safe. Frances Jones, again, ball high, keeper stays. Walklet. Barry clears upfield, only as far as Phoebe Davis. Every Cardiff player back now between the ball and the goal, collected by Suckley.
And you can see when Cardiff are out of possession now, they are sitting in a back five, just to give them that clear defensive structure, which they've lacked in previous games and which Wrexham has really exploited with just 3 at the back. So you can see out of possession, they are playing it a little bit safe and a little bit more clever.
And Wrexham are going to look towards Katie Barker, towards Ava Suckley. It's a flick on Oldham. And you look back at the first half chances that Wrexham missed, and as Katie mentioned at the time, one wondered then whether Wrexham would regret that. Billingham wants to make it sure. Billingham out towards the scorer of the only goal. That's nicked by Phoebe Davis. She runs straight into Billingham. Frances Jones, last touch off her Cardiff throw.
The one thing Wrexham do have, they have match winners. They have games. They are players who can turn the game on its head, like Marie Frances Jones, like Katie Barker. So this game is very far from over.
And there's going to be another Cardiff change, and Lisa Owen is going to come on for Madison Perrott, and she's played her part, Perrott.
Yeah, she's taken an opportunity here. I think she's done really well defensively, but she's also offered pace and directness when she's had the ball, and she's put in some great balls as well. Her quality on her delivery, I think, this evening has been fantastic.
And a very experienced replacement, 28-year-old Lisa Owen. 3 Welsh Cups to her name, 3 leagues to her name. And Cardiff now relying on the experience. The second goal would make things so much easier for them. That's headed away by Bartle. Phoebe Davis, pressure.
I think what Lisa Owen will give this Cardiff defence is just a little bit more discipline, whereas Perrott is more of an attacking-minded player. Lisa Owen, I think she'll sit a little bit deeper and just offer just a bit more discipline and structure in that defence.
It's the Wrexham keeper who's receiving attention, and obediently the players of both sides run for further instructions. This is the difference between the two sides at the moment.
It's just a moment of magic, isn't it, from Michaela Cook. I absolutely believe she meant to do that. It's not a cross, that's definitely a shot. We've seen her do that time and time again for Cardiff, and she steps up in big moments. She has that technical ability, she has that eye for goal, and you can just see how much it means to her and the team.
Well, she's had her injury problems. She missed a lot of last season, but she not only scores, 10 assists, as you said, as well. And out they come again for the last 15 minutes plus of this very, very even and incident-packed semi-final. Swansea wait, 6-0 winners earlier today. And in the Men's Welsh Cup, Carnarvon beat Rill today by 2-1, so it'll be Flint Carnarvon in the men's final. It'll be somebody in Swansea in the women's final. Cook again, influential in this second half. I don't think she meant that to be curled inside the far post.
No, that's not one she wants to see again. Do you know what? It's great to see Swansea back in the final. They haven't been in the Welsh Cup final, I think, since 2018. They haven't won any silverware in the last 3 years. And historically, they were a club who was really pushing this league forward. So Izzy Taylor, she's doing great work there. So it's great to see them to get the rewards and be in a cup final.
Was that a foul on Knox? Referee says no. She stays down. She doesn't look comfortable. Referee looks, but it's not a head injury. Knox looks towards the bench for help. Barry overruns the ball. Knox is on her knees. She might be getting up. She suddenly felt that, but I think she might carry on.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's much in that, but it's maybe the way she's fallen. She might have fallen awkwardly, but she was holding her knee for a while, but it's great to see that she's back up on her feet.
Important player for Wrexham. Free kick goes Cardiff's way, and Olden, well, just her presence makes life uncomfortable for the Wrexham defence.
Yeah, it's just her energy, her pace. She's so physical. She's very forward-thinking striker.
Barry, of course, to take the free kick. Cardiff will know that a goal now would make things very difficult for Wrexham. The ball hangs. It's a good ball in, and the ball is put past the Wrexham keeper, and the 1 becomes 2, and the scorer is Megan Bowen. Joy for Cardiff City. Wrexham will certainly feel they should have done better there. It seemed that the chance may have slipped away, but Cardiff lead Wrexham by 2-0.
The delivery is everything in this. It's hit into a fantastic space. The timing of the run, the contact area that Barry has put it in, and it's a great touch by Megan Bowen. Real quality goal here. We talk about when you're in these positions, it's all about the delivery, the quality, but it's also about the run, the timing.
And Wrexham now have it all to do. They'll have to take chances now. It may well be that looking back, when she has time to do so, Liz Craven will feel a little bit disappointed that that was allowed to sneak in at the far post. It may have been that her eye was distracted by the presence of Michaela Cook as well, and Bowen seemed to come behind Michaela Cook. But Cardiff now on the up, and here is Cook. Billingham with her. Barry on the edge of the box. Cook again. Francis Jones goes with her. It's a corner kick. A good spell for Cardiff, this.
Yeah, they're really on top now, aren't they? They're confident, running through the team. And Michaela Cook, she is in the thick of everything that Cardiff is doing at the moment.
Billingham tries to emulate Cook, and that leads to nothing. But Megan Bowen has won the Welsh Cup 3 times, capped for Wales, of course, under 19. And that's her first goal in the Welsh Cup, 3rd goal for Cardiff this season. Barry. And as things stand, 2 teams from South Wales will be in the Women's Welsh Cup final. 2 teams from North Wales in the Men's Welsh Cup final. But plenty of time for Wrexham to make a difference. Davis. Power. Knox has a go herself, doesn't quite get hold of that. And Wrexham, let's remind ourselves, have actually scored in every game they've played this season. So it would be a first if they didn't get at least one. Yeah. And they need one.
Yeah, and I think there's been a real mentality shift in this team, where they really believe now that they can beat anyone. And we've seen them come from behind before. So like I said, they only need a goal to really unsettle Cardiff and to get back in this.
It's a team on the up, it's a team investing, it's a team employing more and more of the players on a full-time basis. Knox. Good ball in, looking for Barker. She's in, well done, Liz Craven. She came out there, she timed that well. Knox does well to keep possession. Lily Jones. This is Lily Jones's 100th appearance for Wrexham this afternoon. Billingham trying to feed in the substitute. And Olden is in. Olden fires. And Wrexham get away with that one. You'd have fancied Olden in that position.
Yeah, that would have really sealed it for Cardiff. It would have been a mountain to climb for Wrexham. Just using her pace to get in behind, but she just drags it wide, doesn't she? I think the defenders do really well to get back in Bartle and to put Mackenzie Olden off. But it's a great opportunity to really finish this game off.
Well, it's been a game where Wrexham have missed good chances. Cardiff have had 1 or 2 as well. Wrexham have hit the bar, of course, and they've had a goal disallowed. But the 2 that count have come Cardiff's way. Cook and Bowen. Fuller looks for Davis. Good defending, only as far as Fuller again. Inside Fuller was Suckley. She ignores her keeper, comes. Lily Jones was on the charge, and Chamberlain's there first.
I think where we've seen Wrexham get their success previously is by utilising their wide areas, by pushing Maria Francis-Jones on, pushing Phoebe Davis on. I think at some point they're going to have to take that gamble, and they're going to have to push those players on to really push Cardiff back and pin them back and create those opportunities.
Francis-Jones did well to keep that alive. She's under pressure from Billingham. And the Wrexham captain again composed. She's played well. She finds Wild Goose. Fuller again looks for Barker. Again, Barker's on her way. Suckley is in the box. Barker, if she can find her. And the touch was important, I think, from Niamh Jenkins. And Cardiff are clearing, but only as far as Davis. Phoebe Davis under pressure. Phoebe Davis, in the end, loses possession, looks frustrated, and Cardiff come again. Away by Jenkins. Francis-Jones, she loses that battle to Michaela Cook. Michaela Cook finds Billingham. Has she put a little bit too much on that? Yes, she has. And Jodie Bartle, who reads the game so well, was there.
Yeah, just asking too much there from Billingham. She just needed that ball to feet, just to keep the ball, recycle possession, rather than always running in behind. Can they be a bit more clever in their possession, Cardiff, now?
Smith. Smith finds Fuller. Fuller finds Francis-Jones. Jones, that's a good ball to Barker. Barker's onside. Lily Jones is running into the box. Suckley is there as well. This needs to be a good ball. Lily Jones. Phoebe Davis. Wild, wasteful. And very wasteful with only 6 minutes of the 90 remaining.
Yeah, my concern is for Cardiff. Twice now, Barker have got in behind on both channels. You know, that ball over the top seems to be proving difficult for Cardiff. That's where the wing-backs need to be a lot more disciplined, tuck in, because Barker is such a willing runner. She will run that channel all day long.
And tiredness is going to play a part as well, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So I just think, can Cardiff use their experience, just be a bit more tactically better? They don't have to commit as many players forward now. I would tuck those wing-backs in a little bit more just to protect their defensive structures.
That's a heavy push on Walcott by the Wrexham captain. Referee sees nothing wrong with that. Good ball again by Billingham, and Billingham has Oldham with her. Phoebe Davis hasn't made that tackle. Is Oldham, the substitute, going to score a third? That's effectively cleared off the line. She has another go, it hits the post, and the ball is still alive. Oldham again, she puts it back to Barry. Barry on the left foot, that's closed down very, very well by Smith. In it goes again, looking for Cook, but Cook isn't going to reach that. She keeps it alive. And 2 escapes there for Wrexham. The pressure is still in there, Oldham! She stretched, she did everything she could to deflect that, the right side of the post, and it stays 2-0.
Well, she actually ended up having 3 opportunities, didn't she? It's because she's left-footed. She wanted to come back in. Take that, be brave, take her on your right foot.
And Wrexham know they have to throw everything forward now. That was a clearance off the line, effectively, by Bartle, who's had a really good game.
Yeah, Bartle has been instrumental in this defence for Wrexham, showing her leadership qualities, really commanding that area. She's been a fantastic addition to this team. But Oldham be disappointed that she didn't make one of those chances count.
Cardiff are making 3 changes. And we're going to see introduced Fionn Price, Madison Lloyd and Amy Long, and leaving the field, it's going to be Fiona Barry. I'm surprised at that. Thomas Condon, and the last one, Billingham. So 3 changes. Instructions being given.
I think there's a little bit of tactical play here with the substitutes leaving the field. They're taking their time. But when the new laws come in, they will not be able to do that. 10 seconds to leave the field, please, ladies.
And the referee making the point, no, you cannot make the long walk all the way to the other side. You have to leave. And Amy Long is eventually going to have a chance. 2 very, very influential players taken off there.
Yeah, but look at the quality they have coming on. Fionn Price, Amy Long, and youngster Madison Lloyd. Fresh legs. I think Cardiff are looking tired.
Smith back towards Craven. Three minutes and a few seconds. Suckley finds Knox. Knox looks for Francis Jones. It's a good ball. Good move this by Wrexham. And it's intercepted by Megan Bowen. And Cardiff trying to turn defence into attack. And that's what Cardiff will look to see from their substitutions now. A bit of new energy.
Yeah, sometimes you don't necessarily need your substitutes to come on and make an impact technically, but like you said, it's just those fresh legs, energy, those positional changes, especially where Cardiff seem to be struggling with that ball over the top.
Cook hits a good ball, but the run was a little bit too early by Madison Lloyd. But that's what she's offering, and of course if she does that, Wrexham are at the wrong end of the pitch as far as they're concerned. We're into the last 3 minutes of the 90. Francis Jones does well to keep possession. Good play again by Bowen, and Bowen and Jenkins have played well in defence for Cardiff, and they hit the ball up, looking again for Madison Lloyd, and Lloyd watched by a defender who's played equally well, and that's the Wrexham captain, Craven. Craven out towards Davis. They need this to go upfield. There'll be 5 or 6 minutes, I'm sure, of time added on, but it's ticking away. Power. Here's the call of Chamberlain. Chamberlain up towards Davis. Collected by Amy Long. Won by Smith. Wrexham suddenly look tired as well, but they've got to find the energy from somewhere. Hit forward by Bartle. Bartle finds Lily Jones. Lily Jones closed down by Power. Good play there by Power. It's not often you see Lily Jones out-muscled in midfield there. And playing it safe is Fionn Price. Suckley watched by Price, experienced. Suckley, that's overrun, and it's going to be a goal kick, and we're waiting to see, and it's 5 minutes added time. 5 minutes between Cardiff and yet another Welsh Cup final. 5 minutes between Wrexham and Heartache. And if this is going to change, we've got a very, very dramatic 5 minutes ahead of us.
Well, we know football is a funny old game. You know, 5 minutes, anything can happen in those 5 minutes.
I've never heard that said before. But Katie Sherwood certainly knows that. She's been in the game long enough. 50 international caps. You'd think she's seen it all. I think it'll be something else if Wrexham come back into this one. But it can happen, especially with the quality Wrexham have got on the pitch. Phoebe Davis. Phoebe Davis finds Smith. Smith looks to find Suckley. Fionn Price plays safe.
I think you have to give credit to Ian Derbyshire, the changes that he's made coming into this game. You know, when you play a team so many times, you have that opportunity then to really know a team's strengths and weaknesses, and it becomes a bit more of a tactical masterclass between the two managers.
That's an effort on goal.
And I think he's really understood the need to make his team a lot more defensively disciplined. Dropping Hannah Power into the back three, I think, has been a huge difference. I think her experience and leadership has really helped.
Wrexham captain for one slips. Olden. This might be the one. There's offside. Madison Lloyd had gone a little bit too early, and the Wrexham captain Jodie Bartle will be relieved at that. And there's going to be tiredness. Of course, you've got the player like Madison Lloyd with her ability and the fresh legs. She's going to cause problems. Smith. Barkas back to Smith. Outside Smith is Phoebe Davis. Knox goes down, no foul. This is a chance to seal it. The ball into the substitute. Lloyd on her right foot. And Madison Lloyd on minutes only, and she could have made the almost inevitable.
Yeah, it opens up so nice for her, doesn't it? But you can see she's going for glory in that top corner there. Just needs just a little bit more composure.
Oof. Yep. Ava Suckley in a little bit late there on Michaela Cook, and it's the first yellow card for Wrexham. And one each.
I think she's frustrated there, Suckley, because she was being held a little bit there by Hannah Power. But yeah, it's definitely a yellow card.
And the foul on Michaela Cook. Well, one of the stars of this semi-final, no doubt about that. And Cardiff will be in no rush as we approach the last 2 minutes of the time added on. It's the experienced Fionn Price who has so much ability from the set piece to put this in, and you wouldn't be surprised if she did that quite deliberately, because it eats away at the seconds that Wrexham have. Fuller. Phoebe Davis. Chased by Lily Jones. And the throw-in goes Wrexham's way. They need to hurry. They really do need to hurry. And it's been a contest where both sides have had their spells. It's a good ball in, and that goes in all the way. It's put in by Knox, but is it too little, too late? So many players thought about attacking that ball. Nobody did. Nobody came. And Wrexham have blown some hope into the dying embers of this semi-final.
Well, I did tell you, Nick, football is a funny old game. This will be an interesting end now to this game. Just nobody takes responsibility here. The ball goes in. Who's talking? Who's communicating? You know, the goalkeeper can see everything. They should defend their box better there, Cardiff.
Fuller looks to release the front two. It's cleared away by Megan Bowen. The goal from Wrexham was that late, and Ian Derbyshire once again has taken Cardiff City into the final of the Welsh Cup. What a goal to open the scoring by Michaela Cook. A wonderful strike. That made the difference. Bowen scored the second. Late goal from Knox for Wrexham, but it's Cardiff who go into the final. Wrexham 1, Cardiff 2.
Diolch yn fawr iawn, Mike Caerdydd, felly yn sicrhau eu lle nhw yn rownd derfynol Cwpan Cymru Bute Energy. Fydden nhw'n wynebu Abertawe yn y ffeinal. Gôl hwyr i Wrexham yn y diwedd yma yn Aberystwyth, ond oedd hi'n rhy hwyr i'r dreigiau yn anffodus. Caerdydd felly sy'n dathlu. Dewch nôl ato ni ar ôl yr egwyl ar gyfer yr holl ymateb ar dadansoddi. Croeso nôl ato ni ar benwythnos rownd gynderfynol Cwpan Cymru Bute Energy a Chaerdydd sydd wedi sicrhau eu lle nhw yn y rownd derfynol. Diolch i goliau gan Michaela Cook a Meg Bowen. Ie, yr adar gleision sy'n dathlu yma yn Aberystwyth. Felly, maen nhw wedi cyrraedd rownd derfynol Cwpan Cymru am y 5 tymor yn olynol. I fi a Gwenan Harris yn mynd i fod yn trafod y cyfan yn y man, ond beth am i ni gael bach o ymateb gyda Nicky John.
Well, Michaela, if I can begin with you, what an evening of football. It was a tight first half by all accounts, but you really seemed to take control in that second half. And some relief, I'm sure, that came with such a goal.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it was a really tough first half. You know, I don't think either team could break each other down. And we went in and we said to each other, you know, comparing to last weekend, you know, we've come on so much. And I think we came out second half and we had that belief and we had that desire that we wanted to win. And I mean, that showed with our performance then coming into the second half.
And your goal, on a personal note, that was a thing of beauty, wasn't it?
Well, it was a cross, I'll take that. It was a cross, but no, the fact it went in and just being a semi-final and against Wrexham, yeah, just watching it go in was just amazing.
Yeah, Megan, ydy'r canlyniad pnaw yma yn cymryd beth ddigwyddodd dros y cwpl wythnosau dwytha, colli iddyn nhw ddwywaith, ydy hynny'n helpu rhywfaint i ledfu'r boen pnaw yma?
Ni wedi cael chydig o wythnosau galed, mae pawb yn gwybod hwnna. Mae chwarae Wrexham 3 gwaith yn olynol yn anodd. Maen nhw'n tîm da, maen nhw'n tîm sydd wedi rhoi llawer o arian mewn i'r section munud. Mae hwnna'n da i'r gêm. Ond ar ôl perfformiad wythnos diwethaf, roedd rhaid ni do fan hyn a dangos pwy ydyn ni a pam dyn ni wedi ennill y cwpan yma am 4 flwyddyn yn olynol.
A'r ail gol, dy gol di, yn gol eitha pwysig yn y pen draw hefyd.
Fi'n credu pan mae dim ond 1 gol yn y gêm yn anodd, mae gallu nhw sgorio. Caf nhw chydig o chances i sgorio hefyd, felly mae'r ail gol wastad yn bwysig i cael gêm. Felly, yn wedi gyda nhw yn sgorio hefyd, fydd yn gol bwysig, ond y perfformiad y tîm sy'n bwysig heddiw. Ar ôl wythnos diwetha, ni dod at ein gilydd fel chwaraewyr a dweud, dyn ni ddim eisiau perfformio fel hwnna eto. Mae pob un yn dechrau'r gêm, pob un yn dod ymlaen. Y merched sy'n cefnogio gartref, mae'r wythnos yn ymarfer wedi bod yn da, a ni'n prowd o sut ni wedi chwarae heddiw.
A mae gennych chi rownd derfynol arall i edrych ymlaen at y rwan.
Ie, wrth gwrs, yn erbyn Abertawe, ni wedi cael chydig o gemau yn y flynyddoedd diwethaf dda yn erbyn nhw, yn enwedig yn rownd derfynol. Felly ni'n mynd i mynd ni eisiau ennill. Copan ni yw hyn, ni wedi ennill am 4 flwyddyn. Fi'n credu ni wedi cael am tua 1,400 o diwrnodau, felly ni eisiau mynd yna, ni eisiau cadw'r copan am flwyddyn arall.
Michaela, she says, Cwpan ni yw hyn, this is our cup, that translates to. I mean, a nice South Wales derby to look forward to now for the final. I bet you can't wait.
Oh, yeah. I mean, South Wales derby, I mean, it means everything to us, but to be in a final, that just spurs us on even more. And I mean, coming off the back of a game like this, a physical game, a very hard game against Wrexham, you know, we're going to push into that game and I mean, we've done it before, we can do it again. It's our cup, like we said.
Ladies, look forward to it. Llongyfarchiadau mawr, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Diolch yn fawr.
Ie, derby de Cymru yn y ffeinal. Joio bach o hwnna. Reit a Gwenna, newn ni weld y goliau yn yr ail hanner yna. Michaela Cook gath y gol agoriadol holl bwysig yna i Gaerdydd. Ond camgymeriad fan hyn o ran Wrexham yn ildio'r gicornel yn y diwedd.
Ie, a dath e'n reiddiol o cic rydd yn uchel lan mewn hanner am ddiffynol Caerdydd, o wedi oedd hwnna jyst i arwain at y cic gos. Ond ni'n gwybod am gwasanaeth Michaela Cook, yr un peth am Fiona Barry. A fel mae'r pel yn dod nôl mewn fan'na, o'n i'n synhwyro bod hi'n mynd i seithi. Ie, edrych ar y ffordd, mae'n crymanu'r bel. Fi'n credu rongol arall, y rongol yma. Jyst gweld y ffordd bod hi'n dilyn trwyddo. Pas campus, mae'n rhaid fi dweud hefyd, gan Lily Billingham, y pwysau. Fel bod Michaela Cook yn gallu cymryd ar y troed gyntaf. A ar yr adeg yno, oedd y momentum yn sicr gyda Caerdydd, so fi'n teimlo nhw'n heiddi ar y pryd.
Ti'n credu Michaela Cook pan wedodd hi croesiad oedd nid ergyd?
Na, dim o gwbl, achos fel ni'n gweud fyna, na beth wedodd hi, o'n i'n methu clywed y cyfweliad. Achos y ffordd oedd traed hi'n dilyn trwyddo, yn sicr oedd hi'n anelu am y postyn bellach, fel ni'n gweld o'r ail gol hefyd. Os ti'n rhoi mewn yr ardal yna, tebygolrwydd yw bod yn mynd i mynd mewn, ni'n achosi problemau.
Yr ail gol wedyn ni yn bwysig yn y pen draw, Gwenan. Meg Bowen yn gweud, pan mae mond yn un gol i ddim, chi moyn yr ail gol am yr gynted y ffosib, nag ych chi?
Yn sicr, ie. Lladd y gêm mewn ffordd. fel ni'n sôn am Michaela Cook a gwasanaeth hi, union yr un peth gyda Fiona Barry. Mae'n rhoi e mewn ardal ble mae'r chwaraewyr yn gallu ymosod arni. Mae rhaid fi cwestiwn i marcio Wrexham, os fi'n onest, a'r golgeidod hefyd bach yn wan gyda'r arbediad fyna. Ond chwarae teg, Megbo, ni wedi gweld i gymaint o weithiau yn rhaid mewn i'r ardal hynna, jyst yn cael y cyffyrddiad, ond mae popeth yn deillio nôl o'r gwasanaeth yna gan Barry.
Ie, Megbo wedi bod mor bwysig i Gaerdydd dros y tymhorau diwethaf yma. Be ti'n credu nath newid o ran Caerdydd yn yr ail hanner yna? Achos o'n i gyd yn cytun, Wrexham oedd siŵr o fod gyda'r momentum ar ddiwedd yr hanner cynta, ond Caerdydd jyst i weld lot fwy slick, lot fwy hyderus yn yr ail hanner? O'n nhw angen hanner amser, yn sicr, jyst i ail drefnu hun, ond fan hyn, reit o gwmpas ni fan hyn, oedd yna cic rydd, achos oedd Wrexham wedi cael 2 cyfle reit o dechrau'r ail hanner hefyd, a nathon nhw, oedd e'n un gwasanaeth wael iawn gan Knox ni byth di arfer gweld, oedd Caerdydd di gwrth o mosor, a oedd hwnna jyst di codi hyder nhw mwy nag unrhyw beth, so hwnna i fi oedd beth oedd di falle jyst troi y gêm tipyn bach, a wedyn mae hwnna magu hyder, gyda nhw cyfleoedd, maen nhw'n teimlo eto yn fwy hyderus, a gyda nhw'r gol wedyn i cymryd mantais hwnna. Ie, ail hanner bach anodd i Wrexham, felly beth am i ni glywed gan i rheolwr nhw, mae Jenny Sugarman gyda Nicky John.
Well, Jenny, disappointing results on big days like this are always tough ones to take. How do you evaluate that one?
I thought we were good in the first half without really hit into our full rhythm. I thought we had all the big chances. We had, a header, I think a goal disallowed that wasn't offside, and that's hard to take when you're on top, when you've got momentum and you're creating big chances. To not take one of those, you always know then that the second half, that there could be a swing in momentum. I thought the second half was incredibly scrappy. I don't think either team played particularly good football in the second half, and sometimes those are the fine margins that are going to win you and lose your games.
Yeah, you mentioned the fine margins there, and was it a case of that in the first half in particular you just weren't quite able to take those chances when they came around?
Yeah, and there was a little bit of we probably didn't create some of the types of chances that we might have wanted to. So some of our breaking the with the final pass, breaking the back line was perhaps not as good as we'd have liked it to have been. But also we still created some really big chances. So disappointed not to take them. But at half time we were very positive about the fact that it was our lack of quality in moments that was letting us down. It wasn't that we weren't opening up the opposition, because we were. So we take some credit from that, but at the end of the day you've got to put the ball in the back of the net.
When you think about the last couple of weeks that you've had to, Jenny, and those are the good days, aren't they? Today's difficult, but how do you make sure that you kind of flip this now and keep the positive momentum going for that run-in into the end of the season?
Yeah, I've got no concerns about how this group will respond to today. I think you can see the disappointment in them. Of course, everybody wants to be in cup finals, so there's massive disappointment. But what I know and what we spoke about pre-game is the collective resilience of this group. We've had to come from setbacks before, we've had to come from behind, we've had to take defeats and move on from them. So this will be no different. There's a big prize to play for, and we're very focused on that.
Yeah, there's still plenty to play for, isn't there, Jenny?
Without doubt, and we are in a great position, one that we will relish, one that we look forward to, and one that like I say, this group will now dig deep this week and make sure that our standards raise again for TNS next week.
Once again, Jenny, commiserations. Diolch yn fawr iawn.
Diolch, nos da.
Ie, mae dal am fod yn dymor hynod o gyffroes i Wrexham y siom heno. Gwenam, be nes ti o'i perfformiad nhw? Jenny Sugarman yn gweud, yn sôn am yr hanner cynta fyna, y ffaith bod nhw ddim wedi cymryd y cyfleoedd yna, achos geithon nhw cyfleoedd ffantastig yn yr hanner cynta.
So, cymer nhw 10 munud i setlo, nhw'n edrych llawr fwy nerfus i fi, o'n i'n teimlo falle oedd e jyst Caerdydd yn dangos faint o'n nhw'n brifo. A wedyn, fel o'n nhw'n sôn, y cyfleoedd geithon nhw, maen nhw'n mynd i dyfaru, achos mae rhaid i ti ar lefel yma, mae rhaid i ti cymryd y cyfleoedd mawr yna pan nhw'n dod, a geithon nhw, nid hanner cyfleoedd, geithon nhw wirioneddol cyfleoedd da iawn. A mae wedi cosbi nhw, mae wedi dod nôl i cnoi nhw. So fydd e'n rhywbeth maen nhw'n dysgu o. Hyfryd i clywed hi yn sôn am y safonau fyna, disgwyliadau, dangos faint o effaith mae hi wedi cael. So maen nhw yn mynd i brifo, ond mae gyda nhw llawer dal i chwarae am. So mae llwyth yn yfantol i nhw.
Yn bendant, o'n i'n sôn cyn y gêm pa mor agos mae'r gemau rhwng y ddau dîm yma wedi bod. Fe gath Wrexham y gol reit ar y diwedd. Oedd hi'n gol gysur, ond oedd hi'n dipyn o ergyd gan Knox fan hyn.
Ie, ond eto ni'n sôn am roi tuag at y postyn bellach. Yn yn yr ardal yna, ble mae fe'n rhoi cyfle i'r chwaraewyr i redeg ymlaen arno, a mae'r gol-geidwad wastad yna'n sicr, ydw i'n dod, ydw i ddim. Ti'n gallu gweld, mae'n mynd, mae'n stopio eto. So ddi ar sodle hi, a oedd neb di ymateb wedyn, achos oedd dim angen, oedd e'n barod yn mynd at y targed. Mike Davies oedd wedi lladd Caerdydd fan hyn, achos wedodd e oedd Wrexham ddim yn mynd i sgorio am y tro gyntaf tymor yma. So oedd hwnna di tanio nhw mewn rhaid, ond fel ni'n gweud, roi yn yr ardal yna, mae wastad yn achosi problemau.
Wel, ni'n mynd i gael mwy o ymateb nawr achos mae reolwr Caerdydd, Ian Derbyshire, gyda ni ci.
Ian, you just alluded to the fact that doing post-match during the last couple of the weeks hasn't been something that you've particularly enjoyed. You could do this evening with a smile on your face. Congratulations, another Welsh Cup final to look forward to. How do you evaluate that performance this evening?
Yeah, thank you. I think we reflected in the week and we knew we let ourselves down last week. And I think the chat with the players was really good. They've taken a lot of responsibility, a lot of ownership of the situation. And I mean, it just shows how successful we've been for all these years that we have to do that after one loss. So I think, so much credit goes to the players. They had to fight for everything there. They were so physical, so aggressive. They were really good in possession. And we took our moments. And on another day, we could have had a few more goals. So I'm really proud of the performance today. It was one of real desire and grit.
And a South Wales derby to look forward to now for the final. Your final as well, Ian. It'll be special to you on a personal level as well.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, Swansea are in great run of form at the minute. I think Izzy's got him playing really well and they've got some dangerous players, so we know that we'll have to be on it that day. We've got him 2 weeks in a row now, so we'll have a good look at him over the next couple of weeks. But I think we'll enjoy today because we had to work really hard for that, and to lose our game on penalties and then you lose in your home stadium, a lot of teams would fall apart, and I think you've shown the character of the players, the determination of the players, and they really love this club, and you could see that today.
Ian, diolch yn fawr iawn a llongyfarchiadau.
Thank you.
Ie, ar ôl cwbl o wythnosau anodd i Gaerdydd, mae'r dwbl dal yn bosib. Felly dyma ni, rownd derfynol Cwpan Bute Energy ar ddydd Sul, y pedwerydd ar 15 o Ebrill. Fe fydd y cyfan yn fyw ar S4C, yr eilirch yn erbyn yr adar gleision Derby De Cymru. A Gwenan, Caerdydd, byd nhw'n gobeithio codi'r cwpan, byd nhw'n gobeithio ennill y gyngrair hefyd, ond mae Abertawe a Wrexham dal yn mynd i gobeithio sbwylo'r parti o ran Cwpan Cymru ac o ran y gyngrair. A na beth sy'n hyfryd, na gwe. Mae mor cystadleuol. Fi'n cofio pan oedd Lowry Roberts di newid ail strwythurodd. Oedd yna llwyth o sôn a falle cwestiwn yn cael ei gofyn, ond oedd yn cymryd amser i cael y lefel yma. A fel ni'n gweud, mae'r safon o'r gêm yma wedi bod yn arbennig o dda. So fi'n meddwl bod e'n cyffroes iawn i gweld gymaint o tîmoedd nawr yn brwydro ar y lefel o ran y cyngrair. Ond hefyd, ni'n cael tîmoedd gwahanol nawr yn amlwg mae Caerdydd yn eto chwarae teg, ond ti'n gwybod beth fi'n meddwl o ran mae dau tîm gwahanol yn y gêm derfynol. Ie, Caerdydd yn cyrraedd rownd derfynol Cwpan Cymru am y 5 tymor yn olynol. Mae hwnna'n dipyn o beth. Wel, dyna ni. Diolch o galon am eich cwmni chi heno yma yn Aberystwyth. I ni wedi cael tipyn o ornest rhwng Wrexham a Caerdydd, ond goliau Michaela Cook a Meg Bowen yn sicrhau'r fuddugoliaeth i'r adar gleision. Maen nhw'n mynd i fod yn wynebu Abertawe yn y ffeinal. Diolch am eich cwmni chi heno yma. Nos da.